Here's a guide for landscape gardeners regarding pickup truck and trailering. This is boring stuff. However, I'm skimming the common knowledge and focusing on stuff you should know. It is important. Driving is the most dangerous thing you will do today. It's helpful to know the framework so we can mentally track where we are in the video. So this video framework is 4 parts. Driving a commercial pickup, including how to manage an accident. Second, connecting a trailer. Third part is loading. And fourth is parking. I should warn you, there's some rough videos to watch in this video. So first, driving a commercial pickup truck. First, we must keep our total weight of the pickup truck, trailer, and its load below 10,000 pounds. This includes the combined weight of the vehicle, passengers, cargo, and any additional tools. Your truck is about 5,000 pounds. A dump trailer is 3,000 pounds. So in this case, how many pounds of materials can you haul? Now, going over weight won't automatically cause the rig to roll and eject the driver. However, if you are in a fatality, you could go to prison. You'd be stripped of your income, and the company will be sued. Insurance companies will weigh the combined weight when needed. So hauling gross weight of more than 10,000 pounds can be done. It's done by obtaining a CDL. This is a special license. At the time of this video, we're managing heavy deliveries by utilizing vendors and keeping staff working, not delivering. The industry uses many different acronyms and measures. I'll talk about 3: tongue weight, payload, and the gross combined vehicle weight rating, the GCVW. The tongue weight is how much weight is pushing down on the hitch. A small townie hitch with our bicycle might hold 150 to 200 pounds. Our trucks hold 1,000 pounds for a tongue weight. Never greatly exceed this weight. So how do you know this? First, know the weight, and second, look at its distribution. If a trailer weighs 3,000 pounds and there's about 20% more of the trailer in front, it's close to 600 pounds of weight on the tongue. The payload is how much weight can go in the back of the truck. Have you ever heard the term a half-ton pickup? At the time of this video, the Tundra pickup is rated at slightly more than 5/8 of a ton, but less than 1. Adding weight changes how a truck will handle and brake. You must increase your following distance when carrying a load. Finally, the gross combined vehicle weight rating is the total weight of your entire rig. That's everything from you to the tools and the milk duds. Keep it all under 10,000 pounds or obtain a CDL. Now, you are a target. Know that times are always desperate for someone. I grew up with a Chaska family, went through Boy Scouts with both kids. Normal people. I recently learned that after high school, the daughter and dad would cause accidents, then shake down the driver in court. These people are everywhere. Don't give them an opportunity. Do the following. First, granny drive. The industry calls this defensive driving. When I see you on the road representing our company, I want you to be barely keeping up with traffic. 50% of vehicles should be passing you. Never go 70 with a trailer. Manufacturers say 55. Never go more than 70. I do drive 5 to 10 over in my personal vehicle, but I never drive close. I never have a traffic tantrum. You let that shit go. Here's what you must know and need to have. First, carry your driver's license in case of an accident, or if you're stopped by law enforcement. You are responsible for your driving. 2, never show up hungover. Remember that our core culture is one of honesty. Communicate with direct staff if you're unable to work. We'll work through it. I value honesty over deceit or omission. Imagine how the trajectory of your life would change if you're in an accident in a commercial vehicle and you test positive. 3, know that in Minnesota, it's a no-fault state. A no-fault state is where auto insurance laws require drivers to file injury claims with their own insurance company after an accident. regardless of who caused it. A benefit to being an direct employee instead of an independent contractor is that we have a commercial auto policy and work comp. 4. Make it a habit to glance in the bed of your truck for loose objects. Jokers think it's funny to toss trash into the back of truck beds. Imagine the surprise when a pop bottle flies out at 60 miles an hour. 5. Keep your speeds reasonable. 50% of vehicles should be passing you on double-lane highways. 6. Drive like a blue-haired granny. Do not get close. Always be the example of perfect manners by using your turn signals and never getting too close. A dog can run out at any time. Some debris can get kicked up. Be the example of attentiveness in which our roads are lacking. I want 17 cars lined up behind you as you carefully crawl through a construction zone. Be cautious. 7. Tap the locks. I have a habit of physically tapping each lock like I'm petting a dog for being good. I'll tap the trailer door when I look that it's locked. I tap the tailgate to confirm the trailer is secure. And finally, I tap the truck bed rails as I glance in the back. I've had the back gate swing open into traffic at least twice, and I've had the trailer door swing open when I brake. I broke my habit by checking with a physical reminder. And 6, get in the habit of choosing your entertainment before you put it in gear. I'm guilty of it, but I've changed my behaviors. In Minnesota, using a device while you're driving is illegal. If you are distracted in your vehicle, it's a small fine. If you look at your tech in a company vehicle, your first fine is $2,500 or more. The fine to the company is $11,000. Here's more information related to this.
I use my cell phone every second, every minute, every hour. Like, if I didn't have it, I would freak out because I couldn't connect with my friends. I couldn't connect with anyone. Couldn't connect with social media or anything. If I didn't have my cell phone, I felt lonely.
I would ask her all the time, Liz, do you text and drive? And she said, no, Mom, I swear I don't. Don't worry, I don't use my phone when I'm behind the wheel.
I ignored these warnings about texting while driving because everyone else was doing it, so I thought it was okay. I thought I was invincible, but clearly, I was completely wrong.
I was getting ready for work, and then 12 hours later, I'm in ICU staring at my daughter, who's bald, and tubes running in and out of her body, and it's just overwhelming devastation over a stupid text.
The consequences of my life now after the car accident is the fact that I'm blind in one eye now. I cannot smell. I cannot hear that very good because a bone broke in half and covered my eardrum. I can't create tears because both my tear ducts got damaged, and I can't put my body to sleep naturally. I gotta take medicine and go to sleep. The hardest part about my life after the car accident was the fact that I was alone. Everyone was away at college. I wasn't. I couldn't drive, I couldn't go to college. My friends were there for me at first, but after a while, they weren't. They got tired of me. They got tired of all my problems.
Don't text your loved ones when you know they're driving. It can change their lives forever.
If you get a text, don't look at it. It's not worth it.
Drive defensively, securely, and attentively. Control what you can control. It's important to know how to respond during an accident. Detailed procedures for various scenarios are available in the Master Operations Manual, but use the following common steps for traffic accidents. First is stay calm. Keep a level head. Avoid admitting guilt or pointing fingers. If you're unsure of what to say, simply acknowledge the situation. Say, this sucks. or state the company policies to let management handle the details. Second, assess the situation. In a severe accident, immediately tend to yourself and others. In our suburban environment, bystanders would likely call 911 quickly. For minor accidents such as a scratched bumper, a broken fence, a tire track in a lawn, make reasonable repairs and notify your superior immediately. We can help. 3. Move to safety. Prioritize safety over vehicle condition. Move your vehicle off busy roads to the nearest parking lot or side street. Never attempt repairs or remain on an active roadway. Get that rig to a safe spot. 4. Document and report. Once safe, take photos of the area and any damages. Call your manager to discuss the situation to determine if services like towing are required. Your manager can access the Master Operations Manual to guide you through the next steps for unusual situations. And 5, cooperate with the first responders. When they arrive, they'll take your statement, have your driver's license and the company insurance information handy. If they ask about towing or transportation and your manager is unreachable, use your best judgment. 6, record the details. Details will be lost quickly after a high-stress event. Write them down or record the account of what happened as soon as possible. Remember, stay calm, take photos, communicate. Driving a trailer is a difficult skill to learn. This second part focuses entirely on trailering.
It's heart-stopping video. A camper sways back and forth along a busy New Jersey highway. Watch as the camper crosses all those lanes of traffic, then flips over. Amazingly, the driver was not injured. He says the cause was a blown tire. Other shocking videos show just how dangerous it can be when a trailer or camper is attached to your vehicle. Each year, hundreds of American motorists lose their lives in crashes involving trailers or campers. Christy Cox's husband Jeremy was driving down the road in 2010 when a trailer came loose and careened into their car, killing Dad and his daughter Isabel.
The people that drove that truck and trailer killed my family.
So what happened? Surveillance footage reveals the trailer hitch was connected with just one chain. You're supposed to have two. The trailer was also missing a safety pin like this. Car expert Lauren Fix says many people just don't know how to properly hitch a trailer.
This pin is the most important part. This little 25-cent part goes through this hole. This is the protection that keeps this latch from popping off when you hit a bump. You have to have two chains. It's really critical. And the key is that you cross them to cradle the hitch in case it becomes undone.
To demonstrate, we came to this closed course at the Lancaster National Speedway in upstate New York. Then we did something you should never do. We undid the safety latch and removed the chains. Then our professional driver pulled the trailer into a high-speed turn to show what could occur on a highway. When he hits the turn, the trailer comes unhitched and goes straight into the wall. To see for ourselves how many drivers are hauling their trailers improperly, Lisa Guerrero hit the road with the California Highway Patrol in 2015.
No chance.
We found problems almost immediately. Look at this trailer hauling furniture.
That's only one chain.
They're getting a ticket and also a lesson in trailer safety.
Did you learn something today?
We did.
What did you learn?
To get two chains.
So if you're planning on taking a trip this summer and need to hitch a trailer or camper, beware.
So after watching these videos, you may still be wondering what caused the trailer in the Inside Edition video to fishtail. The answer is improper weight distribution. 60% of the total weight has to be in front of the axles, 40% behind. Don't assume the person loading your vehicle knows this. When a trailer is not 60-40, it can sway. When someone is loading, set your parking brake when they load, especially loading pallets. Not using brakes is a good way to be stranded in a hot, dusty landscape supplier with transmission problems. Perform a lights check before leaving every day. A helper makes it go quicker. Second, use at least 2 chocks per trailer to hold a disconnected trailer in place, even on level ground. A chock on each side of a tire is the minimum. Kids love to play on trailers, so it's important that a 3,000-pound trailer cannot move. Driving a vehicle with a trailer attached changes how the vehicle handles. Slower, attentive driving is key. A helper is also key for backing. Increase stopping distance. Doubling or even tripling your normal following distance is necessary, as the added weight significantly increases the time and distance required to stop. Anticipate stops and begin braking sooner and more gradually. Avoid the danger of jackknifing. When backing, rarely turn the wheel more than a half turn. Subtle wheel adjustments are the key to backing up. Have a helper watch and guide like this: left, right, distance, and stop. When backing, know that if a trailer turns too sharp, it can easily crush the back end of a truck without any warning. Take your time and make small wheel adjustments. Turning in clearance. Swing wider than normal around corners to prevent the trailer from grinding against curbs or running things over. Always remember that your vehicle is much longer with a trailer. Avoid the jackknifing. Avoid backing up. Think ahead and plan. Go online and look and see if you can just drive through a gas station. Also, park on the side of the street where you're working and leave room for the rig to come and go from the job site. Trailer jacks are used for storage. Sometimes there's course adjustment, used for getting the leg up and down quickly. Other times there's crank adjustment, used for slowly raising and lowering the trailer. If there's significant stress on this trailer, you'll notice that the crank is hard to move. Don't crank it when it's hard to move because you will strip out the gears. Place a protective block under the leg to prevent from damage and from the trailer freezing to the ground in winter.
One of the more challenging aspects of towing is backing up a trailer. And this is a process that can be a source of intimidation and anxiety for a lot of drivers who are new to towing. Today I'm going to share some practical techniques to help make this process easier. When backing up a trailer, your hand placement on the steering wheel can either work with you or against you. When you're operating at the top of the steering wheel, when you turn to the left, it's actually going to make the trailer go to the right. If you turn the wheel to the right, it's going to make the trailer go to the left. This backwards type effect is what frustrates a lot of drivers. To simplify this, switch hand positions up to the bottom of the steering wheel. And from the bottom, now if we turn to the right, the trailer will go right. If we turn to the left, the trailer will go left. So simply changing the hand position up on the steering wheel can make the process a lot easier. In this example, we're going to back up a boat trailer in a straight line to the boat ramp. When backing up in a straight line, it'll be better to use your mirrors than to try to look over your shoulders. Be sure that your mirrors are properly adjusted to give you a good field of view. 2 points of reference that you'll always use are a point on the tow vehicle and a point on the trailer. Here, we can use the fender well of the truck and the fender well of the trailer. We even have a little clearance light here to use as a specific point of reference. The third point of reference should be your target. In this case, we're going to try to maintain the truck and trailer about 3 to 4 feet away from the edge of the dock. All right, with all 3 points of reference lined up, we're going to back a nice straight bead on this boat ramp in reference to that dock. Now you can see that the space between our clearance light on the trailer and our rear fender well of the tow vehicle is roughly staying the same. That's what we're shooting for. You want a nice straight back, maintaining that distance between those 2 points, and that's what will keep us straight with our target. In this scene, we switch to the passenger side, and in some cases, as you see here, you might not have a good target reference point like the boat dock in the previous scene. In this case, our target is simply to keep the trailer straight while approaching the water. Now this is a good time to consider a couple of points. If you have a trailer that is narrower than the tow vehicle, then you might not be able to see a reference point on the trailer. Just make sure to watch both side mirrors as you back up. If you see the trailer come into view in one of the mirrors, then turn the steering wheel to bring the trailer back in out of view. Keeping a narrower trailer from coming into view on either side will ensure that you're keeping it straight. Also, longer trailers will be easier to back up because of a longer response time for the trailer to react to your steering input. Shorter trailers will be more difficult to back up because of a shorter response time. Learning to back up a short trailer will take more practice. You're not always going to have a spacious environment where you can line the vehicle and trailer up for a straight line back. When space is limited, you may have to back the trailer at an angle. Always be extra cautious in these situations and be aware of the front of your vehicle so that you don't hit anything while you're maneuvering. Here's an example of making a left-hand turn while backing up the trailer. The trailer may be at a sharp enough angle with the truck that you can't use your mirrors as effectively. Go ahead and look over your left shoulder and keep your focus on the placement of your trailer wheel. Once you get the trailer in the position you want it, straighten up and you can revert back to using your mirrors just like you did with straight line backing. This is an example of making a right-hand turn while backing up the trailer. This turn will be the most challenging to make because you're backing the trailer in the opposite direction of the side of the vehicle that you're sitting in. Look over your right shoulder and out the back window of the vehicle. Keep your focus on the right rear corner of the trailer and work on positioning the trailer in the direction you want it to go. Once the trailer is reaching the desired position, start straightening out the turn and go back to using your mirrors. If you have a second person that can serve as a ground guide, this could be very helpful, especially if you need eyes on the passenger side of the vehicle or if you're performing a hard right angle back. Now, there are some hand signals that you and the ground guide can use to make the process a little simpler. The ground guide needs to show rearward motion while pointing in the direction that the trailer needs to be steered. So this would be come rearward while going left, or come rearward while going right. If the ground guide shows both hands back, that means to straighten up or to back up straight. And then double clenched fists can mean to stop. If you use those simple hand signals, you won't have to shout back and forth at each other. We hope these techniques that we've outlined today will help you learn how to back a trailer more efficiently. Now remember, when you're backing a trailer, it's not a race, so don't get in too much of a hurry. And like any other skill, it's an acquired one. So just take time and practice, and in short order, you'll be backing a trailer like a pro.
Take your time. In a rush, this is when people jackknife their trailer and damage the truck. Trailer brakes. Adjust the trailer brakes, if equipped, when the load significantly changes by adjusting the control near your steering wheel. This increases or decreases trailer brake strength. Too low and your rig may not stop in time. Too high and your head will jerk when you brake and will wear out the tires more quickly. Haul feature. Some tow vehicles have a trailer haul feature. This changes the shift patterns, making acceleration better. Learn if your vehicle has this feature and use it when hauling. Avoid climbing when possible, or practice maintaining 3 points of contact. Sometimes large loads are unavoidable or they jam. When climbing on a vehicle, maintain 3 points of contact, shifting from hand to hand. We had a young, fit employee climb up and knock some stuck branches out of that were stuck at the mulch place. Well, in 1 quick second, he fell at least 6 feet, knocking the wind out of him. Tarp under sticky loads. Tarps can help to more easily and quickly pull loads like branches or soil and leaves during freezing weather conditions. Finally, use a wind tarp. It's a heavy fabric-like mesh tarp to cover loads. Wind tarps don't flap around like plastic tarps, and they hold much better.